haven't done a reading vlog in like a really long time. And I feel like I haven't really been reading much lately. Like I just finished The Only One Left by Riley Sager. And like that's on my Instagram. Like I put the vlog up on my Instagram stories. So it's in like one of the highlights. It's the highlight with like the knife for thriller. Very original, I know. But I just like haven't really been interested in reading. I don't want to say that I'm in a reading slump, but I'm just not like, I don't know, like I'm just not in my reading moment right now, and it makes me so sad because I love reading so much. And so I think that I have nothing to do today and tomorrow, so I think I'm just going to read this. I think I'm just gonna read this in like one sitting, possibly 2 sittings, because I looked it up on Audible and it's supposedly 20 hours, if that'll focus. So supposedly it's 20 hours and 43 minutes long. And I'm not a super fast reader, so I think I am gonna just read this in like 2 days. I don't know, I'm just gonna read this, okay? I'm gonna try and finish it tomorrow at the latest. And I'm just gonna film the whole thing. Also, there's gonna be lots and lots and lots of spoils, so please like don't watch this if you don't want it to be spoiled. I am somebody who does like to be spoiled in books. Like I have really bad anxiety, and so I really enjoy being told the ending of books. I actually don't know what happens in this one, but I have seen like a bunch of people like reading it. Like I just watched Steph's new video, and in it she's like, oh, I'm reading Fourth Wing and it's so good. And I was like, okay, fine. Like this is like the third person that's like, I love Fourth Wing. I know Destiny really liked it. I think either Larry or Haley, one of them not watched it, but one of them read it and loved it, and now Steph is in the middle of reading it and loves it. So I'm just gonna read this in one sitting. I have my Read Now, Sleep Later bookmark. It's like super cute. I got it from All Literates. Oh, it's not gonna focus. Why does it do this? Come on. Okay, fine, whatever. But it's from All Literates. And if you don't want to be spoiled, please click out of this video and go read the book and then watch this, and like we can just gasp together and have a really good time. But if you do want to be spoiled, or if you've already read this and know what's going to happen and know what's in store for me, continue to watch. We're just gonna ride this and have a good time. So anyways, I'm gonna just lay in bed and read all day today, which kind of sounds like a vibe, to be honest with you. I don't even know what this is about. Like I couldn't even tell you. It's got dragons. Rebecca Yarros. Oh, I love dedications. To Aaron, my own Captain America. Through the deployments, the moves, the sunniest highs and the darkest lows, it's always been you and me, kiddo. Here's to the artists. You hold the power to shape the world. That's cute. I love a good dedication. Oh, there's a map. I love a good map. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. It says, the following text has been faithfully transcribed from Navarian into the modern language by Jessina Neilwart, curator of the Scribe Quadrant at Basgiath War College. I don't know how to say any of this, but I'm living for it. All events are true, and names have been preserved to honor the courage of those fallen. May their souls be commended to Malik. Oh, that's so cute. I love that. That's so fun. Oh, and there's like a little quote. Oh, it's a codex. Oh, okay. A dragon without its rider is a tragedy. A rider without their dragon is dead. Article 1, Section 1, the Dragon Riders Codex. Ooh, Chapter 1. I'm excited. Wait, is this YA? Is this YA or no? Because she just dropped the F-bomb in literally the 3rd paragraph. So, is this not? I thought this was YA. Am I wrong? Holy crap, The author has 6 kids. Oh, and they live in Colorado. Oh, they have English bulldogs. I love, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, they have a lot of animals. That's cute. Oh, no. So she has 5 biological kids and then 1 adopted daughter, right? Oh, I love this author. She's so nice. I mean, I say that. I'm literally reading her little blurb in the back of the book. She's so nice. Is there a way to like understand how to pronounce these words? Because I kind of like it when they have like a little thing. By the way, I still haven't even read the first page, just so you know. I don't want to spoil myself, but I also want to know, like, please add this into the book. I'm so confused. I don't get it. It says, she goes, wait, hold on. She says, I guess it's her sister, Mira. She goes, you can't do this. And then her mom shrugs and is like, it's already done. Wait, I don't understand. Like, what's happening? I don't get it. Like, what's happening? Do we know? Do we not know? Am I not smart? I don't get it. What is going on? I'm on page 2 and I'm so confused. Okay, so her dad is dead. And her dad took her to a library a lot. And, like, her mom doesn't like that, apparently. I guess. I don't know. Dude. That's kind of harsh. So, okay. So, I'm on page 4. Like, I haven't read anything, really. But what I'm gathering is the main character's name is Violet. And she wants to be a scribe. I'm assuming she likes books because she spent a lot of her time in the library. Which, okay, yeah, I relate. But Mira, her older sister, who's 26, takes a lot after their mom, who is the general, I think, of, like, the area, the world, I have no idea. But she's a general. And she wants Violet to be a writer. But she's, like, the only one that wants her to be a writer. I guess Violet is kind of, like, not... She doesn't work out. Girl doesn't go for runs. Girl doesn't lift weights. She's a reader through and through. She's soft and plushy and, yeah. I don't know what happens if she doesn't do this, but her mom is, like, making her do it, and she doesn't want to. And then Mira is like, Dad wouldn't want this. Basically being like... I guess their dad was a scribe. Mira's like, Dad wouldn't want this. Like, he would want her to do what she wants to do, and she wants to be a scribe. And then her mom is like, I loved your father, but he's dead. I doubt he wants much these days. Like, dang, Mom. Like, wait. Okay, hold on. Okay. So I think this is, like, dangerous to be a writer.
You're so smart. You're so effing smart.
Mira just was like, how many writer candidates die on conscription day, Mom? 40, 50? Are you that eager to bury another child? So I'm assuming there was another sibling, and they must have died? Yes, my chest tightens at the memory of my brother. Okay, cool. So there was another one. Aww. Mom tolerates me and respects Mira, but she loved Brennan. Her brother's name is Brennan. Okay, I've read 6 pages, and there's already been 2 F-bombs, and, like, other swear words have been used, so I'm gonna assume this is not a YA book. Okay, I'm frustrated. I don't like these, I don't like this type of a characteristic in a character. I don't mind that the main character is a reader and, like, heavily loves her books. However, if I'm going on a hike, I'm not taking my library with me. Maybe one book, but, like, her sister makes so many good points. Like, her sister's emptying out her rucksack and is like, this is too heavy for you. And she's like, no, I can carry it. And she's like, you don't need these books. Like, it's too dangerous. You're gonna die. And she's like, no, I want the books. And I'm just like, dude, do you want the books or do you want to live? Because, like, you can't have both. So I don't like that type of a characteristic. You can be book crazy, but no one is that book crazy. You know what I mean? Like, it doesn't matter. People don't want to die. Or at least most of us don't. There's so many curse words in this book. There's just so many. Okay, so apparently Dane is a love interest. I'm calling it right here, right now. This is not the love interest that we want. Because she's talking to him like, oh, he's so nice, and like, I miss him. He's got soft eyes, blah, blah, blah. This is not the guy. This is not the guy I'm calling it. Okay, so I'm on page 13, by the way. I haven't really been reading that much. But she just, okay, so Mira is basically giving her like the rundown, and it's just like, okay, like this is what you're gonna do, blah, blah, blah. And then she goes, stay away from Xaden Ryerson. He's a third year, and he will kill you the second he finds out who you are. That's gonna be the love interest. I'm calling it right here, right now. That's the love interest. His name's Xaden. I mean, that's a love interest if I ever heard one. But also, okay, so apparently, like, the parents that rebelled and were traitors, their kids got marked with some, like, relic thingy on their wrist. It sounds... And she's like, most of the marked kids who carry rebellion relics are from Tyrandor, of course. And I'm just like... Is this Slytherin?
That's not a witch or wizard who went bad who wasn't in Slytherin.
Because she also says, like, there's a few whose parents turned traitor from other provinces. For instance, Peter Pettigrew. Like, I'm just wondering if, like, if this is, like, Harry Potter, but not. You know what I mean? Like, Harry Potter meets Game of Thrones. You know? I don't know.
That's called foreshadowing.
Oh, apparently Xaden's father led the rebellion. These names are so perfect. Like, okay, so she's just met two people. One is Rhiannon Matthias, I think. I don't know how to say her last name, but there's Rhiannon. And then there's Dylan. It's so funny. Like, obviously Dylan's not important because his name is Dylan. Like, there's Violet, there's Mira, there's Dane, there's Xaden with an X, there's Rhiannon, and Dylan. And he's blonde, so obviously he's, like, probably the bad guy. Or just a friend. He's not important, though. That's all I need to know about. Rhiannon's like, who wouldn't want to ride a dragon? Me. I wouldn't. I'm the one. The main character is funny. I like her. I told you Xaden is definitely the love interest because she just described him and she goes, he's the most exquisite man I've ever seen. Tell me that is not. That is them in love. Like, she's in love right now. He's the most exquisite man I've ever seen. They're not enemies. They're not going to be enemies. She's in love. Dylan just died. He fell and died. That sucks because he wanted to propose and, like, marry this girl. And that must be why they gave him the name Dylan, because he wasn't worth getting a cool name. So he's dead. On to chapter 2. We're 20 pages in. Wait. Oh, okay. So it says there's a misconception that it's kill or be killed in the Riders' Quadrant. Riders as a whole aren't out to assassinate other cadets, unless there's a shortage of dragons that year or a cadet is a liability to their wing. Then things may get ... interesting. Major Offendra's Guide to the Rider Quadrant, unauthorized edition. Unauthorized. That's funny. Chapter 2. This is really smart. So, okay. She's super nerdy. She likes logic. She likes facts. She likes history. And she is giving us the info dump, trying to calm herself down by just reciting random facts and information. This is the smartest thing to do, like, to give us a bunch of information in one go. Like, it's just, this is clever. I do like that. It doesn't feel forced or anything like that. It's just, here's some information. The main character's trying to calm down, so she's just gonna recite some stuff. That's cool. I like it. Okay, so Jack is the bad guy. He's blonde. Blonde guys are always evil. I don't know what it is. I think Dane is going to betray her. Like, I don't know. He gives me, like, betrayer vibes, you know? And it's gonna hurt the most because he's her friend. But yeah, I'm gonna say that Dane's not a good person. I don't know. Maybe he is, but he just gives vibes. I like this. I like this a lot. This is, oh my gosh, I like this. This is so cool. Okay, so I just got to chapter 4 and 70 people have died. Like in the first 3 chapters. 70 people have died. 67 died trying to get to be cadets. So like they died in like, on like the walk there. Because they have to like walk across this stone bridge, but it's like narrow and very high up. So they just like fell off and died. Either they were pushed off, because Jack did push one person off, or they fell like Dylan fell, like he slipped and fell to his death. And then Xaden brought like the dragons out, and one kid like ran screaming, and the dragons just like executed him on the spot. They just like, he's ashes now. And then I guess, like, some other people were screaming and they, like, incinerated them. So now 70 people are dead. One of the dragons looked at the main character and she was like, yeah, I'm scared, but I'm not gonna die today. And was, like, squaring up to it, you know? Like, just, like, squares up to this dragon and he's like, whatever, I'm bored with you already. And so, like, he kind of turns his head. So, I don't know. This is, like, pretty cool. Again, I'm only, like, 44 pages in. But I really do like this. I kind of understand the hype. Is it like the best thing ever written? No, I'm not going to say that yet because I'm only 44 pages in. Like, what do you want? But I do understand what people are saying, like when they're like, oh my gosh, this is such a good book, because I agree. This is very well written. I do like that it's not a hard read, which is why I thought it was going to be YA, but it's definitely not YA. The amount of cursing, this is definitely not YA. The sparring ring is where riders are made or broken. After all, no respectable dragon would choose a rider who cannot defend themselves, and no respectable cadet would allow such a threat to the wing to continue training. This is the unauthorized edition of Major Offenda's Guide to the Rider Quadrant. It's kind of intense. Ew! So, okay, so she's on the battle mat. I just finished chapter 5, and she's, like, fighting in, like, a mat against this other girl named Imogen, which, by the way, like, I love that name. It's such a cool name. Anyways, she has pink hair. She's cool. I like her, even though she's, like, not nice. But I hope they become friends, because she's pretty cool. She's already tried to kill Violet, like, several times in this, like, one fight. But she, like, just broke her arm. Also, Jack, I hope someone kills Jack, because he is awful. He's in a different mat, and he just killed the guy that he was fighting. Like, he just broke his neck and killed him. And, like, gross. I don't like Jack. I hope he dies. Like, I hope he gets killed, and I hope the main character is the one to kill him. Like, seriously, I don't like him. I just don't like him, you know? And Imogen sounds cool, but yeah, she totally broke her arm. I don't understand, like, why is it bad that Dane knows her? Like, is there a reason? Like, I don't understand, like, why that's a bad thing. Like, she's upset because he got upset and, like, picked her up and is, like, carrying her to the healer's ward. I don't understand, like, why is that bad? I don't, like, is that Is that something that we find out later? Because I'm so confused. Like, she's mad at him for caring. I don't know. So, okay, so the main character is like super fragile, and I guess she like breaks bones very easily or sprains herself. Like, she just gets injured really easily and quite frequently. Is this like obviously there's a reason for that, and I'm assuming we're gonna find out later on in the story, but do we think that maybe it's because she has like a secret power, or do we think that there's like something inside her that needs to be released or something? Like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on? Listen, Xaden? I like him. He's so cool. He's so cool. I like him. They're gonna make out. He just found her in a tree. And like, he's having like a little meeting thingy with all of the other like trader kids. Like, I guess, okay, so their parents like betrayed. And like there was like this like civil war, I guess. I don't know. And so like the kids had to like watch the parents die. And now they have like a relic.
I was chosen.
Interestingly enough, which I'm assuming is gonna become a thing in the book, where we're gonna find out Mommy Dearest is not as good as we think she is. Well, I already don't think she's that great. But one of the kids is like, what do I do about battle brief? And he goes, that's tough. Like, just like know what you know, but recite what they want you to, which is like weird. So I'm assuming like information is wrong. Like, he's like teaching all of the first years, or like they're all teaching each other basically, and like helping each other out to survive. They're not supposed to meet in groups of more than 3. So like 4 or more cannot meet. It's illegal. And there was like all of them together. So it's highly illegal, but they're not like plotting anything. They're just helping each other out. So this is kind of an interesting book. Like, it's kind of giving Divergent vibes, and I'm liking it. So I don't know if I like Dane. Because like, I mean, I understand, I get it. He's trying to keep Violet alive, but he almost makes her sound like she's an invalid, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like he has no faith in her whatsoever. And I know that Xaden is like not to be trusted right now. Like, he's not to be trusted, but we all know that he's gonna be the love guy. However, like, with Dane, I'm sorry, just like, he really truly has no faith in her, whereas Xaden is like, yeah, stand your ground. So I don't know. Like, I really appreciate Xaden, and maybe Xaden's just doing it because he just doesn't care about her, but I feel like he gave better advice than Dane has, you know? See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, that was pretty amazing. She just, okay, so hold on. So Jack Barlow is like, I honestly hope you win today's challenge. It would be a shame for someone else to kill you before I get the chance, but I wouldn't be surprised. Violets are such delicate, fragile things, you know? And then she like remembers what Xaden told her. He'd probably think twice about plotting your murder if you threw a few daggers at his head. So then she unsheaths both daggers from her ribs, flicks them in his direction in one smooth movement. They land right where intended, one nearly nicking his ear and the other an inch beneath his balls. Fear widens his eyes. Like, that's so cool. But then Dane is like, what the heck was that? I told you to lay low when it comes to him, and you just piss him off even more. Like, shut up, Dane. That was good. That was good. Like, why are you mad about this? That was cool. Where did my Cheez-Its go? Oh my gosh! Okay, so she has been poisoning her opponents like every week that she's supposed to fight. And she was supposed to challenge Rayma, but she's been taken to the healers because she can't seem to walk in a straight line. And then she's like, peels of the Walwind fruit will do that when ingested raw, say like when they're mixed into the icing of your morning pastry. And then she goes, I served it to her too early. And then she starts to get off the mountain. She's like, well, I guess I'll just not fight this week. And then Xaden is like, nah, I'll take her place. Like, yeah! Oh my gosh! I'm so excited for this. Oh my, okay, so, wait, hold on. It says, Xaden, wait, hold on. Dane doesn't want her to fight Xaden, so he's like, I hardly think it's fair. And then Xaden goes, no one asks what you think, squad leader. Xaden fires back as he moves to the side, discarding every weapon on his body, and there's a lot of them, and handing them to Imogen. The bitter, illogical taste of jealousy fills my mouth, but there's no time to examine that particular oddity, not when there's only seconds before he's in front of me again. Jealous? Jealous? Oh my gosh. He's calling her violence. I love this. He goes, going for blood today, are we, violence? She says, my name is Violet. I think my version fits you better. Oh my gosh! Okay, so he goes, taking out your enemy before the battle is really smart. I'll give you that. Problem is, if you aren't testing yourself in here, then you're not going to get any better. And then she goes, you'd rather I died, no doubt. And then he goes, and be denied the pleasure of your company? And then she goes, I hate you. And he goes, that doesn't make you special. I love this. There's 4 weeks till threshing. I don't like Dane. I just can't. I don't like him. Like, he has no faith in her. Okay, so they have 3 weeks left till threshing because Dane begged her to leave last week. So there's still 3 weeks left. Right now they're doing the gauntlet, which I guess is like some course, but it's obviously not going to be like an easy course, so. Oh my gosh, I love Xaden and Violet to... Like, I know we all know that they're gonna become endgame, but just like leading up to it, oh, it's so good. Oh, I love this. I really like this book. Dude, I don't like Dane. Oh my gosh, he annoys me so much. I'm on chapter 12 now, and she just made it through the gauntlet. Amber, I guess like the person that was like a close friend to Dane. I'm pretty sure there's just some jealousy going on there, but she was like, no, she cheated and like therefore should be executed, but she didn't cheat. So there were like rules for her that she could follow, and so technically she didn't cheat, and Amber's like mad about it, but Xaden is kind of like impressed. He's a little impressed by it. I'm kind of happy right now because I feel, well, okay, there's this girl named Luca, and she's like awful. Like, she's so mean and everything, and the dragons just burned her alive, so it's a whole thing. Okay, so it's threshing day. If I'm on chapter 13, it's threshing day. We're 155 pages in. She either gets a dragon or not. This is, like, I really like this because she could have totally, like, made this the whole book. Like, she could have made the whole book about her getting a dragon or not, or what dragon she does get. And I'm glad that she's, like, knocking this out because I want to get to, like, the actual story, you know what I mean? We're gonna find out which dragon she does get, and I'm hoping that it's this golden one that they saw, because during presentation day they saw like this golden feather tail dragon, and it's like everybody was like, oh, it's got to be the weakest one, like no one can ride it, it's so small, blah 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 blah. And I'm thinking it's probably the most powerful, and obviously there's something special about Violet, so yes. Okay, so Rhiannon, so they're like talking about like which dragons they're going to try and like bond with, and Violet is like, Dane tried talking me into a brown. And then Rhiannon goes, Dane lost his vote when he tried to talk you into leaving. Yes, absolutely yes, because like Dane sucks. Oh my gosh! Oh, this is so exciting. So, okay, so Jack, Oren, and Tyron, I think is his name, they went to go kill the golden dragon, and Violet went to go like save the golden dragon. She was like, you need to go, like you need to leave. And then the dragon like wasn't leaving. It like started to switch his tail, which I think is so cute. And so then she was like, fine, like I'll just defend this dragon. And then Jack is like, I'll just kill you too. Like, it's not a big deal. And then Xaden shows up. I like Xaden. I like Xaden. Tell me she bonds with the black. I thought she was gonna bond with the golden one, but I think she's gonna bond with the black one. There's like a giant black dragon, and he just incinerated Tynan. I like this black dragon. I don't know what any of this... Okay, so she just bonded with the big black dragon. I think the golden dragon was probably just like there to scout her out. I think the golden dragon came in place of the black dragon to see like what was going on. And so the black dragon's name is, I don't know what. I'm gonna call him T. Oh, okay, so he's gonna call himself Terran. Got it. So she just fell off the dragon. She bonded with the dragon and then she fell off the dragon. So I'm concerned. I'm concerned because she just bonded with this giant dragon, but like he's too big for her. Like, I don't know what he was thinking. I don't know. She should have just gotten the tiny gold dragon and it should have been mystical and cool, you know? Like, that would have been cool. I love this. You're making us look bad. Stop it. I love this dragon. He's so funny. She did. She bonded to the gold dragon too. She bonded to 2 dragons. Oh my gosh, that's so cool. I didn't know you could do that. I didn't know that was a thing. Dude, I can't stand Dane. Like, he sucks. He goes, they're going to make you choose. I'm not choosing. No human has ever chosen, and I'm not about to be the first. You are. He rips his hand over his hair and his composure slips. You have to trust me. You do trust me, right? No, I don't trust you, Dane. That's the problem. I think you're shady AF. He has no faith in you whatsoever, and it drives me insane. Like, this guy sucks. He is a horrible person, and honestly, like, I wouldn't put it past him if he's the one that, like, betrays everybody, because he's not a good person. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Okay, so her dragon, Terran, and Xaden's dragon are mated. They're this. Okay, wait. He says they're a mated pair. Terran and Scale. I don't know how to say her name. The strongest bonded pair in centuries. I don't like Dane. I don't like him, and I don't know why she's like has any type of feelings for him. Like, seriously, walk away. He's sus all the way. Just awful. I don't like him. Dane immediately jerks his head toward mine. It would have killed me to watch something happen to you, Vi, but the rules. It's alright. I force out, touching his shoulder, but it isn't. I don't like Terran. Or not Terran. I don't like Dane. I don't like Dane. I don't like Dane at all. I love her. I love him too. So he just told her, like, hey, you're like enemy number 1 right now because everyone's gonna try and kill you so that they can bond with her dragon because he's like the biggest, the baddest, the toughest. And so then he goes, you're freakishly calm for someone who just heard she's about to be hunted. And then she goes, it's a typical Wednesday for me. Dane just kissed her. Honestly, that's disgusting. I would be so grossed out. Like, if, oh my gosh, if he kissed me, I would be like, absolutely not. Get away from me. Gross. Disgusting. Absolutely volatile. Wait, Rhiannon is now with Sawyer? I thought Rhiannon was with Tara. Did she not make it? Did she die? Dude, I don't like Dean. He's just awful and I don't like him, and I'm so glad that she's like cut him out, because honestly, like, he was the worst. Wait, why did they kill him? I don't understand. So Jeremiah is, I guess, psychic, like he can read thoughts, and they kill him. I don't understand, like, why is, like, wouldn't that be a good thing? I don't understand. Okay, so Oren just tried to kill her in her sleep, but Taryn, like, woke her up in the, like, she was, like, sleeping, and she's, like, having a dream, and then Taryn wakes her up, and, like, there's 7 people in her room trying to kill her, and, Oren is about to slice her throat, but then, like, she just got saved. I'm assuming that it's Xaden that came, because no one is moving. Everyone in this room is frozen in place except me, so I'm assuming that's the end of chapter 18, so. Xaden just saved her life, and now they're like, I don't know where they're going, but they're going somewhere, and he's like, you gotta keep up with me, and then she's like, you could be a little more considerate, and then he goes, I'm not gonna baby you like Ados does, like Dane does. I don't like Dane, and I don't like that Dane babies her, and I'm so glad that Xaden isn't gonna baby her either, because, like, honestly, that's so annoying. She can apparently stop time. That's cool. She said that there was a rider that could unlock the door, and that's how they got in. And he's like, tell me. She's like, there's no way he'll believe me. I barely believe it myself. At some point, you and I are going to have to start trusting each other, Soren Gale. The rest of our lives depend on it. Fury swims in Xaden's eyes. Now tell me who. And then chapter 20 starts with, like, accusing a wing leader. And, like, normally these, like, little tidbits at the top that are, like, little, like, excerpts from books that they have, they kind of, like, tell you about what the chapter is about. And so I'm assuming Amber is probably the person that got them inside, but that's who I'm assuming, at least. But, like, it's not super, like, I don't know. Okay, so she told Xaden who unlocked the door, but, like, we don't know still. So I'm curious. Oh, Amber's dead. So that happened. She deserved it. Amber was the person that unlocked the door, and she deserves to die. So she did. I am halfway through the book right now. I'm at chapter 21. I am really, really hungry. I'm gonna go make dinner, and then I will probably see you tomorrow. Good morning. So I'm gonna finish Fourth Wing today. I am in the back seat of my car because my husband is sleeping and the house is loud. It echoes, so I don't want to wake him up. So I'm just going to read in the backseat of my car until he does wake up, and then I will move back into the house. But this is what we're going to do for right now. So okay, so she was just in the library tome thingy, whatever things, with Liam, and Liam just gave the backstory of, like, the, like, rebel kids. I can't think of what they're called right now. Him and Xaden were fostered together, and, like, she's like, no, that's not accurate. And, like, he's giving a lot of information that she's like, no, I didn't read this. Like, this is not in the scrolls. I didn't read any of this. There's no record of it. Like, that can't be true. And he's like, well, I lived it, so I don't know what to tell you. It's interesting. She's starting to get a lot more information, and we're also, as the reader, we're starting to get more information about the rebellion. That's weird. Earlier when they were at the tombs, she accidentally dropped the scroll that she was supposed to give to one of the professors, and it said that there was, like, this town that was burned to the ground and looted, and so she expected to hear about it in Battle Brief, and then they didn't talk about it at all. They were like, oh yeah, nothing's going on right now, so we're just gonna study this other battle that happened 20 years ago. Okay. So Taryn just said, you held your own and controlled your temper. She just got into a fight with Xaden. And he goes, you held your own and controlled your temper. Taryn says, an immense swell of pride flooding my chest. She's ready, and Darna adds with a giddy jolt of joy that makes me instantly lightheaded. She's ready, he agrees. Okay, she's getting her powers. She's getting her powers! It's so exciting! My dog is annoyed. He's like, stop it. Oh. I guess Taryn must be with like his bonded dragon person thingy, his bonded mate. I don't know, whatever it's called. Because she like opened the door and there's Liam and she's like super lustful right now. And he's like, are you okay? And she was like, mm-hmm. And she, yeah, it's funny. Anyways. I want snacks. But like, I want gas station snacks. So I think I'm gonna go and get some gas station snacks. Snacks have been acquired. I am now going to eat my banana chips. Okay. Let's go back. So apparently Jack is allergic to oranges, and she just gave him anaphylactic shock by stuffing oranges into his mouth. He was just fighting her on the mat and was going to kill her, so she gave him oranges. So, alright, we're back in the bedroom because my husband woke up finally, and he just went to go to the grocery store and get, never mind, he's back. What's up?
You were gonna let me go into town like this? I look ridiculous.
What do you mean?
I got yellow socks and orange hat, blue shorts.
Okay, so I just got to the part where they do the final test thingy for squad battles or whatever. I don't know, but I think they won. But what she did was she stole a map from her mom's office, which, like, I don't know, it felt way too easy. Like, it just felt way too easy. And this book sometimes annoys me because it does this thing where it, like, says a sentence, but it's all in periods. I don't know how I feel about this book. It's really good. I do like it. However, I don't know how I feel about it. If it reads like a YA, and then she curses a lot and talks about sex a lot. So then I'm like, okay, it's not YA, like it can't be, but it reads like a YA. I kind of wish it was YA. I kind of wish that it just was, because that's how it reads, and honestly, I think it would be better if it was YA. It's just, I don't know, it's just a vibe that I'm getting. Like, this should have been YA. She should have been 16 and called it a day. She shouldn't be 20. And Xaden should not be 23. He reads like a 30-year-old and she reads like a 16-year-old. So it's, I don't know, it's weird. You know who they remind me of? They remind me of Tessa and Hardin from the After series. That's who they remind me of. That like weird toxicity, like, I don't know. It's just weird. I'm glad that, what's her name? What's our main character's name? Violet. I'm glad that Violet and Mira got to meet up because she won the thing. And so she went to go to that unit and like that's cool. So I'm glad that happened. I can't put my finger on it, but this book reminds me of something. Like, it reminds me of a different book, but I don't know what book it is. And I'm trying to figure it out, but definitely feels familiar. What? Okay, so there's been an attack, and like her sister basically like sent her out, was like, no, you have to leave. And so they're all trying to leave, and then she's like, please let me stay, like I need to help her, she's gonna die, blah 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 blah. And then Xaden just kisses her, and I don't know if this is just like a tactic to like get her to be still until her dragon can show up and like take her away. I don't know what's going on, but it's just a weird time to kiss her. So does her sister die? Because that would be super annoying if her sister died. So many people have died in this book already. I would be so annoyed if her sister died. Okay, so this is what I'm talking about. Some of this book, it just feels familiar. So this is one of the excerpts from the books, and it says, winning the war games isn't about strength, it's about cunning. To know how to strike, you have to understand where your enemies, your friends, are most vulnerable. No one stays friends forever, Mira. Eventually, those closest to us become our enemies in some way, even if it's through well-intentioned love or apathy. Or if we live long enough to become their villains.
Or you live long enough to see yourself become the villain.
This is so, I don't know, it's just funny. So, Xaden comes and brings her coffee, and he's like, what his dragon was like, his dragon told him that she hasn't been sleeping. And then she was like, it's none of her business if I'm sleeping, but thanks. So she takes the coffee, and then in her head she tells Taryn, quit telling your mate, I don't know her name. I'm just gonna call her S. She's like, quit telling S about my sleep habits. And then he goes, I'm not dignifying that demand with a response. And then she goes, and Darna is my favorite. It's just funny. Okay, hold on. I know why this sounds so familiar. So she just figured out what her power is, and it's lightning, right? Light. Xaden is shadows, right? He's shadows, she's light. Do you know why this sounds familiar? Hold on. Let me go get the book. I knew this sounded so familiar. They're identical. This book is identical. Like, she's light, and the, what's his face? The Darkling is dark. She was super weak. She was an orphan girl, super weak. She has that one best friend who doesn't like the Darkling, always is getting in between them. I knew this sounded familiar. This is just like the adult version. Like, I swear. Oh my gosh. They sound very much alike. They sound so, it's too much. They sound too much alike. I'm almost done. I think I have like 25% of this book left. So I'm just gonna finish this and be done with it. But it is very, very similar to Shadow and Bone. Oh, by the way, she just killed Jack, which, like, honestly, finally. Like, that should have happened such a long time ago, so I'm glad that she finally did that. It's just kind of, I don't know. Jack was always super annoying, and he felt very unimportant. Like, he didn't feel like he moved the story along. He was just there. I'm pretty sure the only reason why Jack is there is so that she would have her first kill, because she was so hesitant to kill anyone. So I'm pretty sure Jack was just there to give her someone to be her first kill. He just left her a jar of violets on her bed, like in a jar in her nightstand. Oh my gosh, I can't talk. So he left her like a jar of violets, and she's happy about that because her name is Violet, which, like, I guess is cute. It's fine. I just skipped the spice scene. I don't really care about spice scenes. They kind of make me feel awkward, so I just skipped it. But it was fine, and yeah. I guess they destroyed the room because when I skimmed, it kind of just, like, went to that, so. It's the sassiness of Taryn. Like, it's just, he's so sassy and it makes me laugh. Yeah, so apparently she gets turned on and that's how she uses her power. That's interesting. Oh, it's downpouring, downpouring. Holy crap. That's a lot of rain. Hold on. You gotta see this. Do you see that? That's so much rain. Oh my gosh, it's blowing in here. That is a lot of rain. I don't know if you can see that. It's so much rain. What? Okay, so I guess maybe Xaden is the bad guy. I'm confused. There's like a bunch of enemies are here, and he's like, I'm sorry, Violet, like, please trust me. If you ever can trust me, like, trust me now. I guess he's like friends with the bad people. I'm so confused though, because, like, I don't really get it. I thought Dane was gonna, like, betray her. I expected that 110%. I did not exactly suspect Xaden. So that was a twist I didn't see, but I should have. I have so many thoughts and feelings about this book because, like, it's on the tip of my tongue. This book reminds me of a bunch of other things. Like, I swear I have read this book before without reading this book. Like, yeah, the Shadow and Bone, that I was like, holy crap, this is Shadow and Bone. Yes, that, but I swear, like, it gives off like Harry Potter meets Divergent meets Shadow and Bone meets Game of Thrones, but it's not like, okay, they took inspiration. It feels like the same, if you know what I mean. Like, this reads like it's like she had a fanfic idea and wanted to explore it. Right now, we're finding out that Xaden is the bad guy, but I feel like that's a red herring. Like, I feel like that's always in the third act, like, oh my gosh, you betrayed me. Like, that's literally every book ever made, ever. Okay, so now they're talking about Venin, which is a fable no one knows about and is not in the scribe area. Like, none of the scribes have heard about it, but her dad used to read those stories to her every night, so apparently they're not stories, they're real. Yeah, see, this feels a lot like Game of Thrones. Like, okay, so Venin are real, and they somehow can tap into the source of magic without a dragon or a griffin to channel, corrupting their power beyond all salvation. These feel like the Nightwalkers? Like, am I wrong? Am I wrong? You know what? Okay, so he's talking about Dane right now, and he's like, Dane wouldn't break a rule to save your life. What do you think he'd do if he had this knowledge? Like, here's the thing. Dane touches her face a lot, and it can't, like, this is why I think Dane is somehow the bad guy, because he touches her face so much, and then all of a sudden he's like, okay, we're good, like, I have what I need. He can get memories with his touch. I feel like he touches her a lot. You don't think that he's, like, you know, getting her memories? And how would she know? Like, he's doing it, and, like, how would she know? So I feel like he knows a lot more than I think she's dumb. See, this is, okay, so this is the thing. If Venin exists, we'd have record, and yet there aren't copies of the Fables of the Baron in the archives. The one location Navarre should have a copy of every book written or transcribed in the last 400 years, which means Dad didn't just give me a rare book, but a forbidden one. See? Okay, so Xaden just got a letter from Colonel Ados, Dane's dad, and he's like, we've been sent here to die. And Liam just saw something. I don't know what he saw, but he saw something and he's like, this is bad. So, yeah. I have 48 pages left. They sound like the Volturi. The Venin sound like the Volturi. They're in robes. Oh gosh, that's so funny. Red eyes. Stop it. I do watch a lot of Twilight, so it could just be that.
A lot of red eyes around here.
So Liam just died, but Xaden called him brother. So I wonder if Liam is Xaden's... No, because they already said that he wasn't. Never mind. Just kidding. I think I'm on the last chapter. Chapter 39. Is this really the last chapter? It is. It's definitely the last chapter. Oh, this is Xaden's point of view. Okay, I finished. That's where she's gonna end it? Okay. I mean, okay. I guess. It's not bad, I guess. I don't know what I think about this. So many people absolutely love this book, and I can understand why. Like, it's a very captivating read. I read it in 2 days. It's fine. Like, it's not a bad book by any means. However, I am gonna say that some of it felt unnecessary. For instance, I wish there wasn't so much cursing. Like, it's almost comical. To me, if you're gonna curse, there's gotta be a point to it. You know what I mean? Like, there's gotta be some rage behind it, and there isn't. Like, they just have sailor mouth. I don't know. This whole story, the entire story, I could literally pinpoint where she took it from. And I'm not saying, like, got the inspiration. I mean, like, she took that from this book and took that from this book. And there's just so many times where I was reading this and I was like, gosh, this seems so familiar. This seems so familiar. Like, I said it throughout. This seems so familiar. Everything seems so familiar. And so, I don't know, like, I don't really have a lot to say. I don't know the rating right now. It was good. It was good. Definitely not 5 stars, but definitely not 3 stars, you know? Like somewhere between, I know what you're thinking, between 3 and 5, Cara, that would be 4 stars. I wouldn't say it's 4 stars though. I would say it's just under 4 stars, like maybe 3.75 stars, I would say. It's just under 4, but it's higher than 3. I would say like a 3.75 star. I would love to know people's thoughts. Like, I want to know how you felt about this book. I would love to know if you loved it, if you didn't love it. Please let me know because it was very interesting. That's all I have to say about this. Did you like this? Did you like this reading vlog? I don't know. I guess I'll find out when I post it, but I hope you guys did like it because this was fun for me to do. And I really like just sitting and reading a book all in one go. That's really fun for me. So if you do like these, I would love to know. Please subscribe, by the way. Just subscribe to the channel. Just do that right now. Just click the subscribe. Just click it. Click the subscribe. I had fun. I had a lot of fun reading this. So I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you also had fun. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. Okay, bye.